So Xavier had to go out, and they had to lose to Seton Hall on Sunday. They just had to do it. They had to do it. You know, I had all 4 number 1 seeds penciled in. It was easy. It was cake. It was a breeze. And all of a sudden they lost. And it's just a complete microcosm of the 2015-2016 college basketball season. I mean, just complete chaos once again in the bracketology landscape. So suddenly, you know, I've got 5 teams fighting for that last number 1 seed, and, you know, I kept going back and forth. I kept going back and forth, back and forth. I had no idea what to do. Although Virginia lost to Miami on Monday, its win over North Carolina on Saturday put the Cavaliers back on the top line. So, Kansas, Villanova, Virginia, 3 number 1 seeds. Didn't have a problem with those guys. Xavier beat Villanova during the week, but again, lost to Seton Hall. Oklahoma lost to Texas on Saturday. North Carolina, as previously mentioned, lost to Virginia. 2 teams that didn't lose this week were Michigan State and Miami, but while the Spartans were considered for a 1 seed, I kept tussling between Xavier and Miami for the 4th and final number 1 slot. At the end, you know, I shuffled between them 2 for about 15 minutes. The Hurricanes are being overlooked, and their resume is pretty impressive. 4-2 against the top 25 of the RPI, 8-2 against the top 50. They have wins over Virginia, Duke, Louisville, Utah. Very, very impressive. Sure, they've got losses to 3 teams outside the top 100, which is, you know, the main reason why I had trouble putting them on the top line. But in the end, that record against the top 25 and top 50, it's better than the other teams I had going for the top seed. Xavier is 2-1 against the top 25, 7-2 against the top 50, but they lack the top wins that Miami has. But, you know, if you want to make that counter argument, well, they don't have the losses that Miami has. Oklahoma is a pretty impressive 7-5 against the top 25, but it's also dropped 4 of its last 7 games. Michigan State is 3-3 against the top 25, 7-4 against the top 50. And finally, North Carolina is just 2-4 against the top 25, 3-5 against the top 50. I know Joe Lunardi has the Tar Heels on the 1 line. I just don't see it. I don't know if it's like some ACC bias they have at ESPN. I just don't see it there. Clearly, though, I'm the only bracketologist that has Miami on the 1 line. Because, I can't find any others that have them. I'm basically the only one. So, but everyone has a different opinion, and it's completely understandable. Because, like I said, it's just complete chaos this year. These 1 and 2 seeds, I mean, there's not a difference, really. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah, there you go. The team that made the big jump this weekend, moving into the bracket, was Vanderbilt. Its win over Kentucky on Saturday put them from the last 4 out into the last 4 byes. No play-in game currently for the Commodores. The Pirates' win over Xavier Saturday vaulted them into the 7 seed. And there you go. So championship week officially starts this week with some of the mid-major schools tipping off their conference tournaments. I'm going to be talking about some giant killers in my next bracketology installment. I've talked about Monmouth before, but there's some other good mid-major teams. Stony Brook, Yale, you've got Valparaiso, you got Arkansas Little Rock. There are some teams, and I will delve into the giant killers in my next show. But as for today, this is it. Just a short little video. Again, bracketology is below, comment section, description box. So check it out. And if you got any discrepancies, let me know. Later, guys.